welcome back to my channel. Unless you are new here, then welcome. I'm so glad you clicked on this video. If you are new here, make sure to comment down below and let me know that you are new so I can welcome you to my little community here on YouTube. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at Miranda Running on Plants if you want a sneak peek into my entire week. Also a really good way for me to connect with you guys on a much more personal level. So make sure to follow me over on Instagram. If you're not subscribed, make sure to do so right now before you continue on with this video. That way you don't lose me forever into the YouTube black hole and you never find me again. So today I'm just going to take you through what I eat in a day. I do eat a high carb, low fat, no oil diet. I do consider myself an endurance athlete. I have lost 40 pounds. And I maintain my weight loss by eating 100% plant-based and or vegan, whole food plant-based with a few treats trickled in here or there. But I am going to show you some of my favorite recipes today. But if you watched my last what I eat in a day, which I will link up above, I said in that video like, hey, I need to go to the grocery store and I haven't been to the grocery store yet. So I'm going to do a mini pantry challenge and just see what I can fix that's in my pantry, fridge, and freezer. Well, guess what, guys? It is actually the next day, but you're not seeing this video for a few days after that one was filmed, and I still have not been to the grocery store. I don't know if I'm just a little bit lazy or just really inspired by watching so many pantry challenge videos recently here on YouTube. So I haven't been to the store yet today and I don't plan on going. So today's meals are a little bit random, maybe a little bit scattered, but I'm showing you that I'm doing my best by just taking what I have on hand, and you can recreate all of these meals by simple, easy pantry staple ingredients. Also, I wanted to share really quickly, I am showing you a cinnamon banana donut recipe, and that recipe is linked below in my holiday ebook, which is actually a free download to all of you just to say thank you for being here on my channel. Other than that, let's get started and let me show you what I'm having for breakfast today. Remember, I'm only eating from my pantry, fridge, and freezer today. So like I said, the meals are a little bit random, but they are absolutely delicious. Okay, starting with breakfast, I decided to dig in my freezer and see what I could find. I knew I had some acai packets in here. I always keep leftover little energy bites. I'll put the recipe for this one down below, and I always have frozen bananas. If I don't have fresh bananas, at least I have frozen ones so I can make smoothies or any kind of muffins or donuts or whatever. So I am going to let this thaw for a little bit and then I'll pop it into my blender, but first I was gonna go run. So here we are after the run, putting this together. So as I was running, I was thinking, if I have enough bananas, I think I'm gonna make donuts. I did add some cashew milk to this, by the way. So I had about 5 frozen bananas, and originally I was gonna put 3 into this acai bowl / smoothie, but then I was like, I have enough bananas, I could make donuts. So I end up only using about 1 banana with this recipe. I highly recommend doing more frozen fruit of some kind. I usually do 3 bananas with one of these Trader Joe's acai packets, and then it makes it really thick, kind of a smoothie bowl, but I only did 1. So I should have drank this versus throwing it in a bowl. You'll see it's really thin, but it still tastes really good. But I ended up taking the other bananas, and I will show you here in a little bit. I made some donuts, and they're one of my favorite donut recipes right now, so I've been making them almost every other week. But if you haven't tried this acai packets from Trader Joe's, they're pretty inexpensive. You usually get 4 in a pack for about $4 or $5. And I know it's not smoothie season, but it's always smoothie season for me. After a run, I'm hot, I'm sweaty, and I want something to drink right before I take a shower. So I have smoothies quite a bit. I also like to take them on the go with me. But like I said, I should have just poured this into a cup and then ate the energy bites on the side. It is rather thin. It needs more bananas. Normally I do 3 bananas, but it's okay. It was still delicious. I did add the energy bites crumpled up inside. Like I said, the recipe for those will be below. They're super easy to make. You should have all the ingredients pretty much on hand in your pantry. I do use a lot of just pantry items, but I crumbled them up, put them inside, and then I actually threw this into the freezer for about 15 minutes while I got a shower, and then I came out and ate it, and it was delicious. It had a ton of flavor. The texture of the energy bites were really good, and the acai flavor was great. This recipe is actually linked below in my holiday ebook, but this is all the ingredients. The only thing I didn't have is the cane sugar that I put in the original recipe because I was all out from baking from Thanksgiving. So you need 4 bananas, frozen or fresh, some nut milk, some flaxseed, cinnamon, salt, baking soda, baking powder, and some flour. Doesn't matter what kind of flour. This is a really thick batter, but you can use any kind of flour you want. I just had regular all-purpose, so that's what I used. And then I do put my donuts into silicone baking dishes. I find this to be Literally, the only way that you can use or make donuts without having any oil. They pop out really easily. They bake really, really delicious. This batter, by the way, is very thick and lumpy because of the bananas. It's got a lot of bananas in it. Now, I know a lot of you are allergic to bananas, and you're probably thinking, why are you giving me another recipe with bananas? What is with all you plant-based people and your obsession with bananas? If you cannot eat bananas, just substitute for a different starch. You could use applesauce, but you would use maybe about 1 cup of applesauce, and you would have to add a little bit more flour to have more texture because applesauce is thinner. You could substitute for pumpkin or for sweet potatoes. It would take on a different flavor, but you could still have this delicious donut. So they do bake for about 20 to 28 minutes, and then they come out of the oven looking so good. You can also dip these in a cinnamon and sugar if you'd like to later, but I let them cool and then eat them. So this is actually old footage, but when I was putting this video together, I realized I forgot to film my lunch. But because I have this lunch so often, I was like, well, I'm just gonna pop in a bit of old footage here, and I had potatoes roasted in my air fryer with broccoli and a side of ketchup. If you are whole food plant-based, you probably have this all the time like I do. It is just so easy and convenient, and it tastes delicious every single time. I'm really simple. I like maybe a little bit of sea salt and maybe some French fry seasoning on my potatoes once they come out of the air fryer. But I find this lunch to just be so satisfying and delicious, and I know many of you do as well because you always leave me comments and let me know that this is one of your favorite meals as well. Broccoli in the air fryer is stellar. Potatoes in the air fryer, amazing. So let me know down below if this is one of your staple meals. I think it's really important to showcase staple meals when it comes to either weight loss or maintaining weight on a plant-based diet, to show that, like, yes, I do eat the same things over and over and over again because I truly enjoy them. And this is a staple meal for me. Like I said, I just have it with some ketchup. I don't even buy organic, just regular ketchup, and I'm good to go. Okay, I was trying to come up with a dinner plan. Like I said, I did not go to the grocery store yet. I'm slacking. It's early Sunday morning. I'll hopefully make it there today. But I did find this in my cupboard. I always have some kind of pasta or rice or some kind of starch on hand. So this is from an Imperfect Foods box. There's always a link below if you want to check it out. You can get $10 in free groceries just for signing up. So if you want, you can pay the shipping and get $10 in free groceries just to try it out if it's in your area. You have to type in your zip code. But a lot of times, seasonally, I can get things cheaper through them. And like this rice, I think costs like $2, which is like a lot for a pound of rice, but for this specific type of rice, it's really inexpensive. I have one last can of green beans out of my stash, so I'm going to have that as the vegetable. I'm going to cook the rice in this petite diced tomatoes in my Instant Pot with a little extra water and some veggie broth. This on hand, which I always keep just in case I don't have enough veggie scraps to make my own broth. I do make my own broth in the Instant Pot. I've showed it a few times here, but when I can find this on sale, I feel like this is a good thing to keep handy, and it adds a lot of flavor. One more thing, I actually have beans, which I showed in my last full day of eating. I had beans in the freezer. So this is all gonna go into my Instant Pot, and this will be dinner for tonight. All right, time to throw together a quick dinner. I did rinse my rice, and then I just throw everything in the Instant Pot. Now, white rice, which is what this is, I prefer over brown rice. Brown rice does tend to hurt my stomach, and I have to eat that cold. I did an experiment a couple weeks ago. If I eat brown rice cold, I'm better with it, but white rice, I can eat either cold or warm. So anyways, if you have an issue with brown rice, I do too, you're not alone. But I'm just throwing everything into the Instant Pot. Now, originally I just added 2 cups of water, but then I ended up adding another half cup of water. I typically do my rice at a 1-to-1 ratio. Sometimes brown rice, I do like a 1.25 to 1 ratio, like 1/4 cups of water to 1 cup of rice. But once I looked at the package of this, I realized it was 2.5 cups of rice. So I did a 1-to-1 ratio because I was like, you know what? A little bit of water is going to soak in from the tomatoes and the beans and everything, but I wanted everything to be really luscious and like almost like a pasta-like stickiness. So I will show you here in a little bit. I do open the pot for you guys, but I just put it in. I hit rice and I'll put in for 13 minutes. Normally white rice I do for 12 and then brown for 14. But if I add any vegetables or beans or anything to my pot, I add 1 extra minute. That's my secret. So here I am showing you as I take the lid off how it looks, and then I'm going to stir it up. But this rice was so delicious. It's almost like a risotto, almost. I don't know what kind of rice this is. I've never had loto rice before, but it was really, really good. And this made so much food. So I stirred it up really quick. I did add a tiny touch of salt. I normally don't add salt to my Instant Pot recipes until after it's cooked, just so I can kind of taste it, especially with the bouillon. So here is my plate. I have about 2.5 heaping cups of the rice and some green beans that I just warmed up really quick. And then I'm showing you how much is left. My husband hasn't had his portion yet, but this was an amazing dinner. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Like I said, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed and stick around because I am doing Vlogmas. Today is day 6. So you will have 19 more videos coming at you in the next 19 days. So make sure to stay tuned. If you've missed any of the Vlogmas videos, I will make sure to link the playlist down below so you can get caught up. I have lots of fun ideas coming at you, along with my regular content of what I eat in a day and budget extreme grocery haul and meal ideas as well. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I will see you tomorrow in Vlogmas day 7. Bye-bye.